All right, guys, so let's jump into it. So today or tonight, we are going to speak about the principal ingredient, the mandatory ingredients that you need to have if you want to start your own commodity trading firm, and especially if you want to start your niche commodity trading company. So let's go. The best image, the best picture that I can find is on what is a commodity trading firm. It's this stool. So to keep with me, you understand. So this tool, if we think that we sit on the deal, then we need to have 3 legs. The first leg is a supplier. Obviously, you are going to buy your commodity raw material from a supplier, someone that you not produce it, as you are not a producing company. So you are going to buy from a supplier. Then, obviously, you need a buyer. So this is the second leg of a trade. But for a trade to be successful, for a deal to work, you need also a third part, which is the financing. Again, in modern commodity trading company, finance is extremely important, because this is one of the main value added of a trader. So by financing the good, by taking the ownership of the good early on and selling it later on, basically what you are doing is you are taking as much as risk on you. So, and financing is a very important part of it. So 3 things that you need: a buyer, finance, money, and a supplier. So let's see what are the best combination. It's like if you are some people are, yes, oi tudo bom? And reading from South Africa. Hello. So as always, guys, I forgot to tell you, but I will answer all your questions. If you have any question, just write on the chat, and then at the end of the little presentation, usually I keep them quite short. I will answer to all your questions, and I will take them one by one. So don't worry. And usually, I have the time to answer all of them. So, hello from Switzerland, my home country. Hello, Enzo. So, what is the best combination? Now that I've said that there is like three legs to have a deal, there is better combination. So that means that it's like in the poker, if you have the royal flush, then you know that you're going to win. And if you have only one pair, it's going to be tough. So here, this is the same. If you have only a buyer or a supplier, the finance or a buyer, let's try to, I will walk you through the best combination and what you should try to aim. So let's see. So let's start with the weakest combination of the two. So if you only have a supplier and the finance, this is the weakest combination, because you are basically, in that case, you are basically fighting against your own supplier, because what do you have the more than your supplier? So are people trusting you more than your supplier? It's tough here. If you have the supplier in your hand and you have the money, you already have 2 parts of the 3-part stool, but it's the weakest of all. Then if you have the supplier and the buyer, in that case, this is the second best. This is the second weakest, this is the one in the middle, because the next step is to find the finance. And usually, if you have a very good supplier and a very good buyer, getting the finance is not that complicated. And finally, the strongest combination is obviously if you have the buyer and the finance, because then you just need to find the supplier, which is extremely easy in today's world. No one is looking for supplier, because with internet, WhatsApp, and so on, and even the price of taking a plane to see a supplier is quite cheap. So finding supplier is really the easiest of all. So if you have a buyer in your pocket and the finance, then obviously it's just a matter of time when you are going to make your first deal. So keep this combination in mind for the rest of the little presentation. Now the thing is, what if I start from zero?
What if I start from, I have none of those, no buyers, no suppliers, no finance. I have nothing. So what should I do? So if you start from zero, so it's going to be very tough. So you really need to focus, to take all your energy, like if you are super saiyan, because it's going to be tough, honestly. If you start from zero, this is not an easy task. But it's possible, but it's not an easy task. So you really need to upgrade yourself to become like a super saiyan if you want to make it happen. And you also really need to focus on what I'm going to explain, because if you try to everything and anything, it's not going to work, especially that you're already starting from a place of quite a disadvantage if you have nothing. So you really need to be focused in your approach. So if you start from zero, here's what you get to do. The first thing that you need to find are buyers. Don't think about suppliers. Don't think about finance. Don't think about this. Is at this stage you need to have buyers. As I already explained in few of my video, you need to start with a buyer-led approach. So that means that you need to start with a buyers that will give you a shot. Once you have the buyer, then you go find a supplier. So you go with a buyer-led approach. You find a buyer, someone which is willing to give you a shot on whatever commodity, raw material, ingredients, whatever. Is it, I don't know, is it wood? Is it, I don't know, pieces of aluminum, whatever. Find a buyer that is willing to give you a shot. As I explained already in a numerous video, how to find this first buyer. Then you go find a supplier, which is which would offer the right product with the right specification and within a region that makes sense. That means that you can compete with your supplier that your buyers already have. And last part, you get the finance right. So usually, if this is your first deal, you always need to start with a trial shipment. So that means that even if you speak about like huge quantity and you are like, oh my God, how am I going to find 1 million to finance the deal? Don't worry, because you are not at that stage. Any serious buyer or supplier will agree to do a trial shipment of a very small quantity just to make sure that everything works. And for that trial shipment, usually this is not a lot of money, so you can go find full friends, family, people that trust you. And if you already have the buyer anywhere and the supplier, then you can ask them to lend you money to get this trial shipment in. And once the trial shipment is done, then you can try to find more money. But you already from business angel type, or even from I mean, if you already have like a background as a businessman, maybe you can go to institutional money. But the thing is, if you already have your first trial shipment in your pocket, it's done, then it's way easier to go and ask for way more money to someone else to just increase it. It's 10 times more easy to say like, look guys, I've already done this. Now I need your money to 10x it. And the guy that you're asking your money is like, okay, I mean, so you've already done it. Good start. And now you want to do exactly the same with the same buyer, with the same supplier, with the same shipping line and whatsoever, but just 10x more. And for that, you need the money. So that's it's already a way more compelling case. So that's what you want to do. Now, the reality is like, what do I mean when I say you need a buyer, you have a supplier, you have the finance? What does it mean? Because I've seen that I kept using this term without understanding that for a lot of you guys, it is not clear. So let me explain what I have a buyer means. So yeah, what does it mean? Or I have a supplier. What does it mean? So there is like no black and white answer. It's a gradation. So when a lot of people come, as you know, I'm quite open on YouTube and so on. A lot of people like send email messages and so on and say, I have a buyer and so on. And at first, I used to speak with those people. Now I just don't. I don't even answer for some of them because they are so fucking bad. So even the message is so bad that I know it's going to lead to nowhere. But when the guy says, I have a buyer, what does it mean? Is the buyer your father? In that case, on that scale to 0 to 10, it's maybe an 8. Okay, the guy is your father, so maybe it's 8 or 9. Or maybe the buyer is, I don't know, you went to orgy with the buyer,
and the guy was cheating on his wife. So then maybe it's a 10, or it's I have a buyer. I have one guy on LinkedIn that messaged me a price. Okay, so this is maybe minus 22. Okay, so what does it mean to have a counterparty? And that now was the same with the supplier. Did you see the guy? How well do you know him? Is like this is where a lot of people are extremely confused, because when I go back and say, look, man, you need to find a buyer, then a supplier, then a finance. I mean, this is quite a step-by-step process, but having a buyer is really or having a supplier is not like sending a message on someone on LinkedIn and then say, okay, it's good, I have one guy. This means shit. This is zero. This is zero. So with your counterparty, you need to you cannot be on zero. When we are in physical commodity trading, it's a very competitive environment. So you need to know them more than just a couple of extra email exchange. So a bunch of questions. So I list a bunch of questions for you to just to see how to understand how well you know the people. So have you already met your counterparty? So when you say you have a buyer, you have a supplier, have you met them face to face, physically or not? If you haven't, then it's zero. It's zero. Nothing. Then, have you been to the facility? So, if the guy says that he has a factory, have you seen the factory, or haven't you? Again, do you know also do you know the product that the guy produce? Do you know the type of certificate that he has? Do you know the specification that he can produce? Do you understand why it's produced like this and not like that? Do you understand that? So you need to know all of that, man. Otherwise, what do you think? Have you done a proper vetting on the company? Have you asked for the registry of the company, the documentation of the company? Are you making sure that you have an ID of the guy which is signing the contract? Have you done proper legal due diligence on the guy and so on? Have you done more than talking business? That's very important. Did you went there and then you have you had a lunch with the guy, or maybe a beer or a coffee or whatever, and then you discuss about his family, about what he like to do for fun, something like a bit less formal than talking business. Have you done that? Then do you know his goal, his aspiration, and so on? If the guy is an employee, does he want to? What does he want to do, man? Does he want to change to find another job? What does he want to do, man? How well do you know the guy? So then, do you keep regular contact? So how many times do you exchange a message or something on WhatsApp and so on? And are you consistent with your word and action? Very important. When you say, okay, I'll get back at you tomorrow, are you getting back tomorrow or not? Because this is also very important. If you want to create some trust, you need to be consistent. Do you should? Yeah, that's the same thing to that road to time. So consistency is very important to create trust. So have you done all of that? If that is the case, then maybe you are more like in 7, 8, 9 or something like this. But okay, you are a real buyer or a real supplier. But if what you have is only some guys on YouTube, there's maybe in the future, but with some guys on WhatsApp, on Telegram group, or on LinkedIn, come on, this is bullshit. You have zero. It's even minus, because you are just going to bother people with something that you don't even know. So once you have all of that, there's one thing that I've noticed, like a lot of you are really, really afraid. So for instance, and I saw that from the people that are really close to me. So let's say that at Gromba Energy, one of my company. So I've noticed that the employees sometimes they ask like really weird questions. Like for instance, they are reaching out to buyers and so on, and they say, "Oh, but Damien, I cannot call them. I don't know the price." I'm like, what? Why do you need to know the price? Yeah, of course. If he won't ask me for the price, I mean, well, okay. So let me get straight. Right now, we are just why do you need the price? Are you really going to bother shipbroker to ask them for freight for like a deal that you don't even know if this is a real deal or we have a real buyers? So or otherwise, yeah, but I don't know what to offer to him, so I can't call him. And a lot of, but no, man, it's not a question. We are really, really far from any type of deal. So, and I've noticed that also for a lot of my students, they all have a lot of excuses. It's excuses, not to speak with people, not to do something, because I think it's because they are afraid of being rejected and so on. And So but this is the worst, because you need to discuss with people, you need to go to have them on the phone and so on to create anything of value. So you cannot let those type of questions just prevent you from making a deal or for calling, because otherwise you will never be ready. I mean, if you are waiting to get the price, to get everything perfect, just to call someone which is a lead, I mean, what the hell? You are never going to do anything seriously. So yeah, try to all those questions. This is bullshit. If you have someone on the phone and the guy say, yeah, can you give me a safe price for whatever destination? Then you answer, man, I really don't know. I need to check the freight. I don't want to give you something wrong. And then you can ask him, what do you hear on your side about the prices? And then you can qualify the buyer is a real buyer, not a real buyer. And don't work and ask people to get to know, to have prices, to have freight prices or whatever. Or ask your bank if you can do the LC, blah, 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 without knowing if the guy is solid, without knowing if your buyer is a real buyer and you are all between 7 and 8, okay? Yeah, so to sum up, the 3 ingredients for an inevitable success. So you need those 3 parts: a supplier, a buyer, and a finance. We have also seen that it's better to start with, you need to find a buyer. If you start with 0, start with a buyer, then go find a supplier, and finally you can quite easily find the finance. And everything is a question of scale. So when you said that you have a supplier, that you have a buyer, I mean, where are you on the scale of 0 to 10? Is the guy going to kill himself for you, like you are 12, or the guy is a ghost, so he doesn't really care about you, or maybe the guy is a scammer, it's like minus 12. Where is the scale? You need to be on the higher end of the scale if you want to do anything with someone. So then yeah, so this is a part where I'm going to speak about the modern merchant bootcamp. Right now we are right. So let's start with the first one from Peter. So is finance more important now than ever? Does it make the switch from paper to trading easier than it was? I'm not sure I understand your question. So is it financing more important now than ever? Yes, definitely. And the reason is that before, putting people together was maybe you maybe add enough value back then just by putting people together, and you could have like back-to-back payment term. So financing was maybe not quite important, or it has always been important, but not as important as now. Now everyone knows each other thanks to WhatsApp, thanks to the flat earth. So it's make it way more competitive. And if as a commodity trader you don't provide more value than just putting people together, and this value being the finance, then I mean there's no reason for you to make money. So does that make the shift, I guess, from paper trading to physical trading easier than it was? I don't understand the second part. How can one get finance when one is new and starting up? This is stuff for like edible grains. Okay, man. So how do you get finance? So if you are new, you have zero, nothing. Then beside your network, friends, family that are going to finance your first deal, nobody is going to do it. so this must be those type of people. And the thing is, you can use the money even if you don't have like people in your network that have a lot of money, but to do, as I explained, the trial shipment. Start with that trial shipment. And I think grain, edible oil, a trial shipment could be extremely small, like few couple containers. And once you have this in your pocket, then you have a little bit of traction, that you have a track record, then you can go ask other people to finance your trade. And if you really have zero and you only have your trial shipment, then you can go ask other traders to finance your trade. Or buyers. Actually, the buyers are the best one. But is credit insurance a valuable option for financing a deal? Okay, so you are not speaking about the two same things. So the credit insurance is not going to finance a deal. But if you are going to try to factor your invoice or something like this, then you will have to use a credit insurance, or the factoring company will use a credit insurance. So the credit insurance is only a tool to get finance, but it's not enough. Is it hard to buy oil from Venezuela. Not going. Come on, dude. Why don't people sell Venezuela? Man, Imran, I'm sorry, but dude, man, this is. I don't even know what to say. You are so far from reality. So, I just started to this one. So that's a pen. That's. I think this one is good. That's a good idea to start with niche spices or something like this. I have a friend that started a spice trading company not so long time ago, and I think in his first year he made like a little bit of money. So that's a good idea. Something I really okay. Oh, so man, what do you think? Seriously, man. So is it hard to buy oil from Venezuela and sell to another? Is it why? What is even hard, man? So why the biggest trading company in the world wouldn't do that? Or why they need you to do it? Anyway, so. Oil trading is very difficult. Man, it's not difficult actually. It's just that it's more competitive, and there is already a lot of players that are doing that, and those players they have a lot of money. So if you want to start trading oil, I mean, one cargo, I don't know, the smallest cargo will be like 5 million product that you need to ship by barges or something like this, even maybe less actually. But yet you need this capital. So if you don't have a few million to start, then don't trade oil. That's it, and don't try to be a broker on intermediaries or moderate or whatsoever. This does, those people, they don't make money. 90% of the time this is a scam, and they don't make money. And the reality is like, why would, especially in energy, why would someone need a broker to make a deal, an intermediary? Why? I mean, let's say there is those big traders, like the big one that we know. Why do they need an intermediary? They are fucking stupid. They cannot go online, check the refinery, call them and ask for a cargo. No, they need someone. They need someone else to get it. I mean, it makes no sense. Are you interested in manufacturing in the future? Or do you plan to keep trading by sourcing and selling? Okay, so that's a very good question, dude. So yes, I'm interested in manufacturing. So actually, we are already doing a little bit of light processing in one of my company in South Africa. But yeah, it's still mostly trading, but we do a little bit of light processing. And I would be quite interested in getting into manufacturing. But again, I would need to have the right partner because I don't know shit about factory, about a factory. So, but definitely this is something that I would like to do. Because I think the right asset at the right place could be quite interesting, even though the margins are sometimes difficult. Yes, this is something, but I would need to have a partner. Intermediate, like normal, dude. Like normal what? Who are intermediate? So the real brokers, the real intermediate. Usually what they do, if they go see the buyers and they say, look, man, I can give you the price below the market price, but there is something illegal in the stuff. So you need to give me a quotation, so then you need to give me a commission, so then I can get you this illegal stuff. Usually this is how it works. Venezuela is different. You need a good refinery, China. Yes, exactly. And let's do this. Let's remove, because the 8s make no fucking sense. So, where are we? Yes, I think this guy was full of shit, so I don't want to answer or spam people with that. Hey man, so how is future trading physical connecting? How do you? So it's connected by with the future market. Basically, the future market works like that. Every month there is a price for the commodity delivery. So if you look at the future market, you can see on the screen that it seems like the prices continue, but it's not really the case. In reality, when you trade commodity, you have like a one price for each month, not only each month, but one price for each month. And these prices are the price for the delivery at of that commodity in that month. So, and each future contract has a specification of the product which is traded in that future. So this is how it's connected. And in most cases, you can deliver the physical to the exchange and then get the money, or the other way, you can get the physical out of the exchange with your future paper. So, and this is how both of them are connected. Maybe I should do one about it. Man, I have one of my very first video, actually. You need to scroll down. It's ETF. It's about the ETF in commodity. It's one of my very first video. I explain how it works. I think quite well, quite simply. How about doing it as a middleman for both buyers? Yeah, I mean, this is. I mean, you need to. Each time, man, I know people want to make money fast and easy, and they think being a broker, a middleman, a mandate, or whatever is how it's going to work. But no, there is no fucking middleman. This world is overdue. I'm very, very sorry to tell you all. Hello, Ian. Yes, exactly. We have a session on bank instrument and the model batch bootcamp, which is one of the most important, like how to get finance. Because I've seen a lot of people that are on the bootcamp. They are entrepreneurs. You know, they understand how to get a buyer, how to get a seller. You know, as entrepreneur, and they are not like they it's quite. Let's say it's easier for them because you know it's not complicated. I mean, but the financing part is they are just like they have no fucking idea how it works. So we spend a lot of time here. Do we have a trade? Yes, we do have a trade finance course. I even have full module about trade finance. Damien, I want to call if you remember. I'm going to attend the bootcamp for sure. We're using my Condit. I know a strong network of buyers on financing, of course, but I have big problem with shipping due to current routing. Yeah, dude, I think constant. I think I remember you, man. Yeah, because you are. Is it because you are shipping out of Ukraine? I guess. If you are talking about grain, yeah, man, this is you can't ship out of Ukraine. We look to ship barges of wood pallet out of Ukraine to Europe. No, man, there's like Russian ships. You can't do that. So no, but yeah, we can discuss. And also, if this is that in that region, I mean, I have people that can help you. What your friend Spice trading company? What is your? Yeah, my friend. I don't know his name of his company, but he trade Spice. I think he trade Vanilla. What are the other one? I don't even papers from Cambodia, like high level, and other products out of Cambodia. And then he also did the distribution in Switzerland. So it's low volume, you know. Switzerland is a small country, but he started that last year, I think. It is doing pretty well, but it takes time, you know, to really. He has a job, you know, because the company is still too small to really making money. But it's still that's, you know. I would say it would take like 3 years. Like if you have a job and then you start your company on the side, to really have your company on the side that to replace your salary without too much risk. I think 3 years is a good a good goal. Are you processing fly ash or bottom ash? What the fuck? I don't know what you. Is it something about coal? I don't do that in South Africa. Do you have more commodity trade related book recommendations? Just Phoenix, King of Oil, and the World for Sale. Yes, man, I do have. Look at my YouTube channel, and there are other books. I think that let me check the book that I have here. Yes. I think there's other really good book. What is the name again? I'm missing the name. It's not here in that house. It's in the other house. So I don't remember. But look, I have 2 videos. One is about book for the oil, about the energy market, and another one is like general book. Look at the video, and you will find them quite useful, I guess. Are you getting the fly from? What is a fly, dude? What are you talking about, man? You talked about commodity brokering in the last slide. I did few broker glass bottle deals, and they pushed me financing. Man, but look at what you do. You broke, man. Glass bottles deals. Man, it's not oil. It's not copper cathode. It's not sugar. We will cover GAFTA. No. We will not cover GAFTA because this is extremely specific to grain. So no, we don't do that. And is it worth paying as a company? I don't know, dude. Honestly, I mean, you should ask other grain trader, and they will tell you. I think it's worth paying, but you need to be quite big because it's not cheap. It depends what you are asking by GAFTA. Need help sourcing sugar. I need help sourcing sugar. What should I contact? I need. So what is this quantity? Man, it's sugar is the easiest to source. You know what? You go on Google, you look at the biggest supplier in Brazil or wherever is your. Ask your client who is buying from, okay, which origin. So then you know which origin works for your client, and then you call the guy. But man, it's quite easy. But don't think that there is a real deal on LinkedIn or stuff like that. And no, you'd get your ass destroyed. But when you say you have a client, go watch what I discussed at the beginning of the call. How come do you have a client? How well do you have a client? Is it a real client or it's some dude that you met on whatever? Wherever. Okay, so let's. Dear Salima, we may proceed to product. Do you do copper deal, man? But is it really you? But copper was quite hot now. The price is a little bit. But William? What do you want me to do with that information? I have a monopoly share. If I have monopoly on the market share, yes, obviously yes. What are the usual challenges you get if the bank financing you are from? Let me read that again. What are the usual challenges you get if the bank financing you are from overseas? Oh man, it's very, very tough to get a bank overseas financing you. That's not easy, man. Honestly. So I don't know what are the usual just to get oh shit. This is disgusting. Yes, so usually just to get like a bank account in a bank which is not in your country, man, this is already tough, man. So I don't know. I don't know what to answer actually. Give me some specific and I will try to help. We owned a ginning factory in Turkey for 50 years and we stopped the production for 50. What is ginning? It's like cotton stuff. Yeah, and that's the problem also. It's we stopped the production. It's tough to maintain an asset. I'm not interested in trading, exporting Turkish commodities. Yeah, man, Turkish, I mean, is a huge commodity company. Man. It's a huge commodity country. Lot of manufacturer, a lot of factories there, importing, exporting, and so on. The issue is like the country. I mean, the inflation is so high. I mean, that's a big problem. But yeah, I love Turkey. I love Istanbul. Also considering suitable for the dry fig market. Yeah, man. The thing is the problem on what you want to do is like what all people want to do, and because they think this is the easiest way. It's like, oh, I'm going to export. And again, if you go back to the beginning of what I said, exporting is the weakest thing that you can do. It's going to be the hardest to find a customer, because the guy that buys dry figs, poppy seed, and sunflower seed, and cotton seed, and whatever, they already have suppliers. So that means that you need to go there, you need to spend a lot of money to meet them, and so on. Very, very tough to do that. The better way is to find someone that is willing to buy something in Turkey, and there's a lot of buyers in Turkey, so that's not a problem. And then you find what they want. But you might be like, yeah, Damien, but it's not easy. Yeah, but definitely easier than thinking that you will find someone else overseas. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's easier to sell something to someone in your country. Everyone thought you were talking about fly ashes. What are you processing in South Africa? Chrome. We do chromium. Oh man. Oh, I feel it bad, man. Guys are looking for lead in on YouTube, and feel it bad for you guys. Is there a rule for greater cold colors and color understanding? Yeah, there is one. There is one. I think there is one in if you're like not in the big commodity in the way that like iron or something like this, where there's like 100 clients in the world that are real smelters, maybe more for iron, but yeah, I think there is a role if you are going to like a commodity or a raw material where there is a lot of buyers, like what we do with wood pellet. There's a lot of small buyers, so then in that case it would make sense. Which is going to visit. Man, it depends. It really depends the commodity. Yeah, the book, The World for Sale. Yeah, great book. Great book. Hi, Damien. Thanks for your content. Do you know a Swiss company called EcoFuel? Man, there's like so many EcoFuel, Eco Energy, Eco. Maybe, I don't know. Greetings from DRC Congo. Dude, DRC, we have a few operations in DRC, in the south, in Lubumbashi. We can 50 metric ton, 50 million worth of beef chicken to the US prison. My sugar is an ingredient my favorite. Arsenic too. Okay, man. So that man. So in that case, you have a real client. So look, so is the client in the US? So the problem is I don't know sugar enough. Who in the US are they buying from? Because I think there is a lot of I don't know. Look, ask your client who is buying from right now, which origin, and then okay, this origin works, and then you go try to find a supplier. But again, don't go on the internet, look at who are the big guys that are there, and call them directly. Don't try to find something on the internet or some dude that says that he can do this or that. No. Just look for the big producer. You call them, say, look, I'm here. How we can make it happen? Hello, thank you. What do you think about fresh food trading? I think it's a good place, actually. I know a lot of people that made a lot of money with fresh food trading. Would finding the buyer first lead to a short email when you establish your names? No, I don't think so. I think both ways. This is you have the problem in both ways. Don't think one is shorter term than the other one. All right, guys. So if you have any other question, just please just ask in the chat. Again, to the Model Automation Bootcamp, there is a link below this video if you want me to help you start your and grow your commodity trading company. This is what we do. We already have like a lot of success with the past student. Now they have companies in a lot of niche commodity and some in big commodities also. So everything is possible. All right, I think there are questions. And we close the enrollment the 31st. what commodity can start in India? I would think the market is India right now. So I think India is extremely hot. I think India is one of the with the new government and everything that is going on geopolitically, India is a huge winner. India import a lot of commodities, so man, there's a lot of buyers there. Small niche commodity, there's a lot of things to do in India. I'm extremely bullish with India. That makes me think that I need to reply to an Indian friend. I really want to do business in India. I think this is it's a real deal. But it's competitive India. Already a lot of very clever people. But yeah, I think India, it's great. Thanks for you for being there. Hey, Damien, I have a niche client DRC. I would like to have your device to secure the supply. I have a niche client. So you want to sell something to DRC. I would like to have your advice to secure their supply. What, you want to buy from DRC? You have you been there, man? It's only from. I'm not sure I understand what you want, man. You want to buy, or you have a client in DRC? First of all, man, have you been there? Have you met the guy? Have you been to DRC? Where is it in DRC? What is it? Where is it? As I said, we have operation. US sugar, they are paying. But they will buy from Brazil. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you need to. I mean, the big guy in Brazil, as long as you show that you are already in the business, and that you are doing something else with other product, they will take you seriously, and they will be okay to do like a small volume at the beginning. But you just need to show them that you've been doing this and that, and now you're a client that wants this. That you are there for the long run, and that you are going to increase your volume with them. They will offer it to you, no problem. Which commodity is the best to export from Japan? In which country would you? Man, it's like are you a AI or what? What do I know, man? It's a bit be a little bit more specific. In Japanese, what do Japanese export? They don't export a lot of commodities, Japan, but they buy a lot. I live in DRC, Kinshasa, and machines. So yeah, of course, you're brokering, dude. Yeah. I can't help you, man. I don't even know what to say, man. I can't help you. I don't. Okay, now we have one rule in all my companies. In me, if the guy is a broker, mandate, intermediate, whatever, we don't even speak with the guy. I mean, we don't have time to waste. Time is the most precious commodity in the world, man. So yeah, we don't speak with brokers, intermediate, mandate, whatever. As long as the guy is not the supplier or the buyer, we don't even. We are like, ciao, I'm sorry, we can't help you. All right. Any other question? Just like, yeah, let me know. And yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Thanks a lot for all of you being here. Like more than 30 people live. For me, it's a big deal. Because I mean, I'm speaking about niche things, physical commodity trading. Who is interested in that? So it's cool to see that I'm not the only one. Okay, let's take a couple. Hi, Damian, big fan. Thanks, Jude. You're late. Yeah, you can rewatch it, no problem. Thank you, man. And by the way, I need to go to South Africa. I don't know, the operation. Yeah, I don't know. March. If I cannot do it, then. But April, I have a lot of travel. May, it's late. Yeah, I don't know. But I need to go to South Africa. What do you think are the challenges to ensure? Man, it's really a AI-driven question, man. I don't see. Yeah, oh guys, do you know this meme? On a second, there is like a meme which is like you have a bell curve, and then you have like someone extremely dumb and someone extremely smart on both ends, and they both say the same, and the middleman says something else. And in this meme, there is like the average guy always says, but it depends, you know, while the stupid guy and the clever master says the same. I would say the hardest challenge in 2024 is going to be, if you are a medium commodity trading firm, is going to be finance. That's the biggest, that's the hardest challenge. Hey, Damien is engineer or salesman. Yeah, both of them are very, very good start if you want to become a trader in our company. Both of them. You have good content and no bullshit. Yeah, man. I try to be as bullshit-less as possible. But so, you know, sometimes I think that I should like show my life more and so on, like do more luxury shit. You know, I've seen a lot of people on YouTube doing that. You know, because even though people say, yeah, it doesn't work, I'm still sure it works. You know, when you have a lot of luxury shit around you, people think that, oh, this guy has this, so he must be successful and so on. But you know, I don't know. I can't do that, man. I'm from Switzerland. We are reserved people. I'm already on YouTube. If your problem with communities, Rustenberg, I mean, of course, we always have problem. No, we don't. Actually, we do not have problem with community. And Rustenberg, no problem. Man. I love Rustenberg, no problem. We don't really have problem in community. But man, those wash plant, man, they are all thief. So this is why we need to only work with the best. Best way to start export. I don't know, man. I haven't touched that. Yeah, man, what you should do is this, actually. Let me, let me give you like some real piece of advice. So, Vujis.com. So, this is the edit layout. Yeah, I just wrote something. I don't know if you see in the chat, Vujis.com. So this is the cheapest data aggregator that you can find, and there is like, if you use the coupon code Vurston, then you get 5%, I think, or something. You get money off if you use my coupon code. But you can use Vujis, and then you take the HS code of your poultry, and then of your what was the other thing, and your beef. There's a HS code, and then you just check who is buying this, man, and you will have a lot of data. So in that case, I'm sure poultry and beef is not bulk vessel, it's container. So you will find information on Vujis. And I think they have like a few free days or something like this. So you should try. I finished actually the need, agree. Do you have any tip on who I should get finance if I... Yeah, man, the best way, like if you already have like few real deals, you should ask another trader to finance your deal. So then he can carry your deal on his book, you split the profit, and yeah, all your buyers. Yeah, man, I sent you a message. I'm very sorry. I was just use the same link that I gave you to reschedule one. I'm very sorry. I was in a very important call. I couldn't come. Yeah, I don't even know what to say, man. And if your business inquiry is like, oh, Damien, I have a great opportunity for you. I have a supplier, but you need to find a buyer and money. Yeah, great. Seems like a great opportunity for you, but not for me. Not really for copper trading. Do you think well-known trading community firms in some country are finding hard to pass down their companies? Okay, fine. Yes, yes, it's very difficult. They have a big. It's very, very hard for them to sell their company or to find someone to take their company. I mean the middle-sized company or even the small one. So they just close it usually. How do I partially keep with pricing of organic soybean? I don't know soybean, man. I cannot help you. But there must be a price aggregator that you can pay to get that. Yeah, the community trading. Yeah, my opinion is that the most important part of this trading of his master is that you need to work when you follow the master. So that the work experience, not really the paper. Man, dude, I mean, yeah, man, download the brochure. Yeah, download the brochure on the shipping commodity academy, and then you will see the emails and so on. Also, what kind of hard skill you believe? Trading, I don't know, man. I'm not being so fucking dumb. I don't know, man. Not being a broker. Hard skills, man. Okay, so I don't know. I really don't know about hard skills, man. Languages, learning new languages, is it a hard skill? So this is what you should do: learning new languages. Programming, not really, man. It depends if you want to work in the future market and so on. In that case, yes, but otherwise, no. All those maths things, like it's only if you want to speculate, but then you need to be in a big company, because small company cannot speculate because it's too dangerous for them if they lose money. So I don't know what hard skill, man. Not being a douchebag, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's a good question. What is Vega's capital scandal? Vega capital scandal. And trading company accused of small growth for this is the one. I made a YouTube video about that. This is the one that made like 600 million when the price of oil went negative. I don't see what is a scandal. I think it's like because they are so small that now they have a lot of trouble. But if they were a big company, nothing would happen. Any experience with contract agreements? I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Damien, please, I'm not live soon. I'm not payment. Yeah, that's a good idea actually. I can do that. Do you think with AI that commodity trading will change for some countries? Watch out this. Yes, I think I don't know, man. So I think AI will help. I mean, if the big guys can get more productivity with AI tools, then yeah, they will use it. But what does it mean really for the business? I don't think it will change really anything, because at the end of the day, trading is a question of risk management. So, are you willing to take the risk of that? And if we are speaking about counterparty risk, geopolitical risk, and so on, is AI going to take better risk than you? Are you going to let AI take the risk? I don't think so. So, yeah, I think trading are going to do well and are extremely AI resistant because it's still a relationship business. So you need, as you said, like to have face-to-face and so on. So, yeah, I think commodity trading, physical commodity trading, is extremely AI resistant, honestly. Because at the end of the day, most of it is relationship based and leverage based. Yeah, that was the guy. Yeah, I made a video about that. Yeah. So I think those guys, they are in trouble because they are too small. If they were a big hedge fund or whatever, I mean, this would be nothing. In simple terms, as someone tried to of what is agree outside, if so what? Yeah, of course, man. Of course. Every day, man. People don't fucking care about what they sign, you know? It's like, especially when they're overseas. What are you going to do? And you have like a 200 okay, let's say you have a $1 million shipment to a place overseas, and the guy doesn't follow the contract. What do you do? You're going to take a lawyer there with your little lawyer. You're going to pay him like shitload of money to do what? Of course. That's the base of the job, man. I don't think that it will change either, and it's based on the risk exposure. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I exactly think this. But you know, like Trafigure, they have a big desk in India. So, you know, low-cost country and so on, that do a lot of small tasks. So, I don't know, man. Yeah, of course, I will help. Definitely. But it's not going to be a game changer. How do you mitigate that? Yeah, it's about, okay, two things to mitigate the risk of counterparty. You need to know the people that you deal with, and then you need to have some type of leverage. So if all the leverage is on them, and for them fucking with you, I mean, there is no repercussion, then it will happen. What is the best way to speaking with the people that trade? And if you can do that, buy some data like Argus, Platts, whatever, they have roughly good prices. Yes, man. Sometimes you have to do that, man. I don't know. Do whatever you want. But sometimes I really want to do it, man. We've been fucked over so bad. All right, guys. It's been 1 hour. Again, Modern Merchant Bootcamp. First link in the description below. And thanks a lot, all of you, for being here. Ciao.